One self-driving car saw her 6 seconds early and still failed to brake. March 18, 2018, Tempe, Arizona. Elaine Herzberg crosses a dark road. The car's sensors catch her, then do nothing. This was the first pedestrian ever killed by a self-driving car. And it stopped an entire industry mid-sprint. Billions of dollars sat behind a promise. Driverless cars were almost here, safer than any human. One crash on one dark road froze all of it. Here's the part nobody expected: the machine wasn't blind. It saw her early. So why didn't it stop? Start with the scene. A modified Volvo XC90, an SUV, is driving itself down a wide Tempe road just before 10 at night. Speed about 39 miles per hour. This stretch is dark, 4 lanes, almost no traffic. Elaine Herzberg is walking a bicycle straight across it. Not at a crosswalk, in a gap between streetlights where the road goes nearly black. To a human driver, she'd be a shadow that resolves into a person late. That's exactly the situation self-driving sensors are supposed to beat, because they don't need light the way our eyes do. In the driver's seat sits Rafaela Vasquez. She is the safety driver, the human backstop there to grab the wheel if the software fails. That is the whole safety model in one sentence. Let the car drive, keep a person ready to catch it. On paper, 2 systems watching the same road. A machine that sees in the dark and a human who can override it. So with 2 layers of protection and 6 full seconds of warning, how does anyone die here? Now inside the software, the car sees the world through radar and a spinning laser scanner on the roof that maps distances thousands of times a second. About 5.6 seconds before impact, that scanner catches something in the road ahead. Detection works. The car knows an object is there, but knowing something is there and knowing what it is are 2 different problems. The system has to sort every blip into a category: car, bicycle, person, or just unknown clutter. And on Herzberg it couldn't decide. The logs show it flipping, first an unknown object, then a vehicle, then a bicycle, then back again. Here's why that flip is deadly, not just messy. The car predicts where a thing will go based on what it thinks the thing is. A parked car stays put. A bicycle rolls across. So every time the label changed, the software threw out its old guess about her path and started over. It never got to hold one idea long enough to think. She is moving into my lane on a collision course. 6 seconds of data chopped into a stutter of fresh starts. The car saw as something. It just never locked onto a someone walking exactly where the car was headed. And a system that can't finish that thought can't plan to stop for it. But even a confused car should have one last reflex: slam the brakes when something fills the windshield. This Volvo came from the factory with automatic emergency braking, the feature that stops your own car when it senses a crash coming. Uber had switched it off. The reason was practical, and it turned out to be fatal. 2 braking systems fighting for the same pedals could jerk the car unpredictably, so Uber disabled the Volvos to let its own software run the show. That's the setup. Now the choice inside Uber's own system. According to the federal investigators who took the crash apart, Uber's software was deliberately built not to brake hard on its own. When it sensed a possible emergency, it waited a full second to confirm the hazard was real before acting, so the car wouldn't stomp the brakes over a plastic bag or a sensor ghost. During that second, it wouldn't brake, and it wouldn't even sound an alarm. Think about that at 39 miles per hour. A 1-second pause is nearly 60 feet of road gone. And then, about 1.2 seconds before impact, the software finally concluded that hard braking was needed. The decision was correct. It was also far too late. There was no longer enough road left to stop. So the machine failed. That's exactly why a human was sitting there. Vasquez was the final safety net. One person whose entire job was to watch the road and take over the instant the software faltered. In the seconds before impact, investigators found she was looking down, reportedly at a phone, not at the road. The one layer built to catch every mistake below it was, in those moments, not watching. She looked up roughly half a second before impact. Half a second. She hit the brakes, but only after the car had already struck Herzberg. Vasquez was later charged with negligent homicide. But sit with the deeper design flaw. The car had a camera pointed at the safety driver's face, and no system checking whether she was actually watching the road. Airlines, trains, even newer cars nag a distracted operator with a beep or a buzz. This car in this test did nothing to keep its one human backstop engaged. Which raises the real question this whole case turns on. If the sensors saw her and the software eventually understood and a trained human sat right there, how did every single layer fail at the exact same moment? Here's the answer, and it's the whole point. Nothing here was a freak accident. The title says the car killed one pedestrian, but no single failure did it. It was a chain, and every link was a choice a person made. The software couldn't decide what she was, so it never planned to stop. The factory's automatic braking was switched off to avoid conflicts. Uber's own software was tuned to wait a full second rather than brake hard. There was no system checking whether the human was watching. And the human trusting the machine wasn't. Pull any one link and she might live. Leave the factory braking on. Let the car brake itself. Watch the driver's eyes. Each of those was a design or business decision, not bad luck. When the report landed, Uber grounded its entire self-driving fleet and later sold the unit off. Rivals slowed their testing and rewrote their safety rules. The promise of robotaxis on every street next year. It collapsed into years of caution. One crash exposed that the safety net was full of holes someone had chosen to leave open. So here's the lesson worth carrying out of Tempe. The car saw her. It was built layer by layer not to stop for her, and no one was watching to fix that. Safety isn't one clever sensor. It's every choice underneath it. Next time, how the whole industry rebuilt after 2018, and whether today's robotaxis actually fixed this.